So this client sent us an 8-year-old engine with 300 hours on it. Will it start? This one won't run.
So I gotta go back, take some measurements, but it sounds like there is no replacement for that.
What do you mean?
Yes, exactly.
The whole jack plate has to be changed?
I gotta go back and take some measurements and whatnot. But so my plan, this will come out. This can be changed because there's not a problem with this. It's this that we have an issue. So if we change out everything but this, slap a cheap coat of whatever white paint on there. First of all, it's going to be mostly in the water, so I don't think it's going to be anything that's like crazy. But we could change out everything and paint the original one that comes with the new engine to this.
This is going to be a ton of work.
It is.
He's going to repower in a year. I mean, I see why he wants his tilt trim because you can see it's all rebuilt.
Oh, yeah.
It's all brand new.
We pull it off, see how complicated it is just to replace just that, which I do believe it is just 4 bolts for the actual motor mounts, right? Boom. We take the new one that came with that engine, rough sand it, get this color, spray paint it, right? Let it set. It's not ideal, but your water's sitting here. I don't think it's going to be such a big deal that we have to put that much detail into painting it. It just has to blend. It has to stay and not, you know.
I'm gonna call the guy because otherwise it's gonna take us a lot of time to do this. And I'm not even planning on painting this blue. This is actually blue.
These are fine. These,
yeah. Well, yeah, but we got to take the whole midsection.
but if we're gonna be taking this apart anyways, right? So as far as take it back to the shop, pull everything apart, we'll swap the power head to this one. So this has all of the white, to this, to that, that. If we don't switch the power head, a lot of different things have to, we can change the chaps out, but this has to get painted and this will have to get painted.
This has got spacer
in
it. That one's gray. This one's blue.
Yeah.
This one's gray.
Yeah.
That's not no bueno.
Oh, from there.
These are blisters that are coming on.
All right here.
The layup on this is not good. That's no good. You see this underwater light's burned out.
Yeah, he's got a little bit starting right here.
That underwater light's burned out.
His quick, easy option is power head swap. Everything stays the same.
Yeah, but that other stuff is much more in better condition than this is.
It is. And then that.
I mean, look at this mount bolt right here.
Oh.
Did you see this?
Oh, yeah.
So first thing, Mel's going to move this pallet out of the way. Then those two boxes up there, the light colored ones, are big portable air conditioning units. Those are coming off and they're going on a client's boat that's over at Robbie's. So AJ and Peter will be putting those on. When Mel's done doing that, Mel is going to go take our new, well, not exactly new, but our portable Reverso oil change pump. Then he's going to take that over to Sweet Spot along with all the parts.
$293 in parts.
Woo! Dang, Mel. $293 in parts for the oil pump to adapt it to our engines. Bobo?
Well, I needed a battery for my fan too, so that was
okay. No problem. Jeez.
These freaking batteries, man.
Why don't you get the aftermarket ones that are on?
Because they don't last. I got one. It was really nice. Lasted a long time. The next, I bought a package of 4.
Okay, so then this is the second thing that AJ is going to go help Chris on. This is going to be a major job. I know it looks like just hanging an outboard engine, but the main problem is that the existing engine is white. What do you guys notice about this engine that could be a problem? So we're going to have to take all these chaps off, this cover, lower cover off, all that's got to come off. And I think to get this off, I don't exactly remember, but I think you've got to drop the midsection to get this off.
So all the side chaps and everything will come off. No problem without.
Yeah, these.
Yeah.
But this.
No, that's all this. This will come off too. Oh no, you know
No.
what? Because that's the.
Holy moly, dude! That's the main engine pan.
Yeah.
This is all. This is going to be a big freaking deal.
So
Like you got to pull the power head off to change this.
So why don't we just pull the power head and put it on there? You know what I'm saying? Like
Safely. This is all OSHA approved right here.
oh, OSHA approved.
if you hired a paint shop to paint this, they're going to have to take it all apart anyways. I'm going to call them right now and talk with them. The main thing is let's just get started getting the old one off. So on our Boston Whaler, keep in mind it's a 2014, so it's 10 years old, right? I think I've been having some little electrical problems, and I was turning the battery switch, and it just didn't feel quite right to me. So I didn't want to spend any more money on it, but I did.
Garbage picking, are you?
Yeah, I'm garbage picking. So this is Blue Sea's system. And these battery switches, this is not the first one I've seen this happen to. What happens is this thing is spring loaded, right? And it has detents, and you turn this and it clicks. Well, ours wasn't clicking very good and it didn't feel right. And if you look really closely, you can see on here where there were 4 screws and they broke off. Well, the screws are still in here because this whole thing's sheared off. So could you imagine being out in the ocean and my battery switch, bink, doing that and popping off? I've seen this before. It's not something new. This is kind of a problem with these. I mean, it does take years to manifest itself, but the screws shear off. These are the 4 mounting screws for the front cover. And that spring, this spring is pretty strong. And so it broke it, and he replaced this because salt water got in there. So once it gets in there, it'll travel up this, like if you cut this end off, it's probably all black in there. Ton of chain here. I think there's 100 or...
Yeah, who needs a chain? Come get it.
Yeah, this is almost brand new.
Yeah.
It
Just
wasn't,
a couple weeks old, actually.
yeah, they put the wrong size chain on a windlass. So this is B.
Brand new boat.
Yeah, this is 3/8, but I have to measure. I don't know if it's triple B or what size it is. It's not triple B because that's what we had to put on. Brand new Boston Whaler, so I think there's 200 foot or 185 foot of chain here. It's pretty heavy chain. So Marine Max didn't want me to ship it back because you can imagine how much that would cost. And the owner didn't want it because what's he going to do with it? So now I got it. So if I can't sell it, I'm going to sell it to the scrap man. He won't give me good money for it, but I'll get something out of it.
At least we get it out of here.
So
Kind of like this pile right here. What about this one?
Oh, yeah, that's all props.
Scrap man.
This is all props. Some of them are brand new. I don't know where I got them from. But like this one's perfectly brand new. Never been used. I think they came when we bought the business, but there's a whole big pile of... Some props are brand new and good. Some props are not. If anybody wants yard art, call me, and I don't know if I would ship it to you, but you could come get it. So again, the scrap man, every time he comes, he asks me for that, and I put him off because I'm trying to decide what to do with them. I know that my brother up in Wisconsin could do some really cool stuff. He has a shop and he does woodworking and stuff like that. And he said he would love to have them, except it's going to cost, I don't know what it costs to freight that up to Wisconsin. A lot. And before anybody gets excited, this is a scrap motor. The power head's no good.
Blow by in the exhaust into the overhead, and then it's causing oil to leak all over the motor. Up. Original problem, we went there because he was getting a low voltage alarm. Low voltage alarm was because after the engine would warm up, it would stop putting out a charge either through the stator or whatever. But when I opened it up, the entire engine was covered with oil. Asked him about it. He's like, he didn't know. And there was no oil on the dipstick at all. So it was hemorrhaging oil pretty badly. So that led down the road to, well, let's figure out where it's coming from. Check to see if it was like loose filter or something like that. Wasn't that. Finally got it on the hard, dropped the lower unit, checked to make sure that it wasn't leaking through the oil seals there. It wasn't. That's when I pulled off the silencer.
Ooh, it's leaking. Hey, we're leaking over here.
Oh yeah. So then we found oil all in the intake, all the way back to the intake manifold. We did a compression test. It was within 10%. Numbers were somewhat normal, but then when we did a leak down test, the bottom cylinders were way, way out of whack. Owner just happened to have a new motor.
High enough?
Yeah, can you go up a little bit? Perfect. So overnight is 2 days. 2 days is a week is a month is good luck.
Good luck to overnight shipping.
That's Key West, man. Hey, you remember before COVID when we used to actually get Amazon in 2 days? And now it's like a week? Yeah. But they still charge you the same.
Hello, Mel. So today we're back. It's been about 6 or 7 days since we put it in the water, and it's given it time to rest. So we are back to do the final alignment of the couplers, get everything bolted down, torqued down, sandwiched together, and make sure that he is all good to go. So, I mean, so far, honestly, it looks good. Look at this one. Doesn't look too bad. Where is this one?
We'll do one at a time.
So right now, Mel is just going around the shaft with the feeler gauge, making sure it's all in the right tolerances. Just one weird patch of sun that makes everything glare. How's it look now? And this is how we're turning it to get every corner. Make sure everything is all. Alright, so Mel finished up. Putting the feeler gauges through pretty much all four sides of this coupler. Make sure everything is aligned and within tolerance. I'm going through torquing all the bolts. First, I'm gonna do like a little start powder, make sure everything is seated flush. As you can see, I have a little Sharpie mark on one of them. I can't really see from here, but that's how I know I torqued it the first time. I'm gonna do it for the rest of them. Put one dash on all the bolts and then go back again, do the start powder, and then all the rest and put a second dash. But yeah, we torque the bolts twice, always. So this side has been fully torqued down twice. You can see each bolt has a X over it. So this side is all ready to go, ready to be used. Now we just need to do the same thing on this side. Take a feeler gauge, go around, make sure the tolerances are in spec, and then afterwards slap the bolts in, torque them down twice, and we're good to go.
We're getting ready to take Chris's 50-mile-an-hour paint job. All right, now shake it, AJ. It ain't going anywhere, right?
It looks good.
Okay. 2, 3, go. All right, there. Now I feel better about it. Now I drive over to the yard, get the guys over there to run the forklift, and these guys can start hanging this engine. I guess go back to the shop, let's put all the tools up and clean everything up there while we're waiting for Eric.
New motor is hung. Just gotta clean up some of the 5200. Throw some friction lock bolts on there. But there is our 2020 paint job. So at 20 miles an hour from 20 feet, that looks like it matches. There we go. Give me a good thumbs up. I missed that.
Socks got 5200 on.
Yay.
The engine is hung, it's all bolted up. The guys are coming, he's gonna hook it up today and put the lower on. We'll put muffs on it. We have to bleed the steering and a couple other things. Peter is actually up there right now working on fuel shutoff valve. So this client sent us an 8-year-old engine with 300 hours on it. Will it start? Hey Peter, how we doing? So Peter is replacing those fuel shutoff valves that don't work.
It was frozen to that fitting.
Yeah, it's probably hard. Old gasoline lines.
This one's gonna be tough because there's no slack. These other ones, I do have slack. So,
Okay.
it did bust up upon removal. You can see that old one.
Oh yeah.
The valve.
Yeah, it broke right off, huh?
Yeah, when I was, you gotta take the little handle off to spin it in.
Uh-huh.
So when I was taking that handle off, it just
All right.
that it doesn't fully shut off.
Yep, I see. Yeah, they're still open. All right. Well, we only got, what, 4 of them, right?
Yep.
So we'll change 4 of them. So Chris is on his way. I'll probably have you just stay here and help him with that lower unit and stuff.
Okay.
Finish this up. We have to replace some steering seals on one of the cylinders up here.
Okay.
And he's got the parts too. And then we got tilt trim sensors we got to change. And you're doing that. Hope to God that this motor runs good.
All right, fire it up.
All right, Peter's over here. Hey, Mr. Peter, good morning. Not much, man. AJ's supposed to be coming over to do this check with you guys. He was supposed to clean up the 5200. That looks all right. Tighten down the nuts, put the drain plug in. Oh, F16. Hear that whipping sound? That's the fuel pump.
Oh, really?
Yep, fuel pump actuator. Check the steering and clean everything up. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, but just good enough. Okay, so we got the steering cylinder reinstalled and in. AJ's gonna turn the helm for me just to make sure all 4 engines are turning. That was starboard, that's port. That's all looking beautiful. Here he comes again. F-16s, probably from Homestead or who knows where. The motor starts. We've ran it. The boat hasn't been back in the water yet, but it runs, it starts, it runs. It took a little bit because it's a different series engine than these. We had to take the old computers off the bad engine and move them over to here. So we took the computers off of here and just put them on board with his other spare parts that he has. This one, AJ and Peter are doing the last minute cleanup and quality check.
My brother told me that a boat down in Stock Island Yacht Club was on fire. Do a lot of work down in Stock Island Yacht Club, so I hopped in my Jeep and raced down to the marina as quickly as I could just to make sure that it wasn't one of our clients' boats. Thankfully it wasn't, but it's still a sad sight to see boat burning down to the ground, or in this case burning down to the water line. Just hope that everyone is okay, everyone is safe, nobody got caught in the fire itself. My condolences go out to whoever owns that vessel. I'm sorry that has happened to you. I'm sorry that you guys are going through this. Us and the company, we give out our condolences to you and hope that you make a speedy recovery through everything that you guys are going through.
Too bad one of the boats caught on fire and caught the other one on fire. Well, it looks like the fire department's having a little flare up, so they're having to do some more work on that. I think this one on your right was a guy I kind of know. Once that fiberglass gets burning, it goes like crazy. Oh, putting the foam to it. It's called AFFF, aqueous film forming foam. Glad nobody was hurt from what I understand.